Welcome back to Sabah in Malaysia for the next update of the Asia Trail Master Championship final race, 78 kilometers of Borneo TMBT Ultra. We are now at aid station 4. This is the classic aid station that many of you will remember from our previous broadcast in the previous number of years. Great scenic spot here, and we are awaiting the first runners, and there is the first runner approaching, and that looks to me like it could be Arni Macaneras. Indeed, Arni Macaneras has taken the lead on the climb on the way to this aid station 4. John Reonifa was in the lead before, but he seems to have dropped back according to the JEP as well, and it is the 2022 champion Arni Macaneras from Davao who is currently leading the race. Great job, Arni. So first of all, also, ladies and gentlemen, some apologies because we had some struggles with the signal. So this is Lokendra Rai, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Milan? Sorry. And there we have Milton Amat. So the local hero is also coming to the fore now. Milton Amat is catching up. And he's laughing well, so he's still feeling very good, obviously. And we have the next runners must be coming as well. We're expecting also Arjun and Milan Rai. And also, there is a gap. There is actually a gap now. So we have 3 leaders. Interesting. Milton Amat, Arni Macaneras, who arrived here first. And I believe it is Lokendra Rai. Maybe Subhash can tell it's Lokendra Rai, right?
Yes.
Lokendra. Yeah.
Yes.
So he's the first of the Nepalese runners now. Here he goes. Here's Arni. Here, Arni, back. And here we have Jeff Campbell in 4th place. Jeff Campbell in 4th place. Scanner. So this climb and descent of the hill that we just had here before aid station 4 has reshuffled the ranking, the leaderboard. Milton Amat, Jeff Campbell and Arni Macaneras have come to the foreground. John Reonifa, the reigning champion, has dropped back. Let's find out what happened there. So Arni Macaneras left the scene already. Lokendra followed him, and Milton Amat also is in 3rd place. And you can still see in the background, you can see the first 2 runners. And Jeff Campbell will be trying to catch them. That's actually very good news for Jeff, this one.
Who's leading?
These are the leaders.
Okay, Stingray has some stomach issues. Check this out.
All right, but you're going great, Jeff. So Stingray is having stomach issues, according to Jeff Campbell, and that is the reason why he has suddenly dropped back. And this is going to be interesting. We were actually expecting 3 Nepalese runners here first, but then we did notice on the GPS tracking platform that Stingray is coming, as a matter of fact, that Arni Macaneras had joined them. The dot was moving really clearly into the group of the Nepalese. So I don't know where the other Nepalese have gone to. Hope they did not miss a marking sign. In any case, the other top runners have not. Stingray is coming here, and indeed you can see him struggling a little bit. His gait. Keep it up, Stingray. Stomach hurts. John Reonifa. The race is definitely not over yet. We're about halfway, not even halfway yet, I would say. The race has become 80 kilometers, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, because of the 2 reroutes that the organizer, the event director, has been forced to do due to the overwhelming rainfall in the last couple of days. The rivers are incredibly swollen, and to be honest, we're quite lucky that it stopped raining, or things could have become even worse here. It's been much more rainy and wet than the last years in TMBT. You still okay, John Ray?
Yeah.
Stomach hurt? The race is not over yet, huh?
Yeah, no need.
Huh? What do you want? What happened to the 3 Nepalese guys?
Is there now? Arjun?
They're behind?
Yeah.
We just saw one guy.
Only one?
Yeah.
Oh, how about Arjun?
He hasn't been here yet.
He's coming yet?
No.
I think he lost.
Yeah, that's what we fear. So you're in 4th place. 5th place, sorry. So that's what I feared. That Arjun, Milan Rai and presumably also Furpa Singh have taken a wrong turn somewhere. And that's why they have not arrived here yet. That would of course be a pity, because they obviously lose a lot of time to these other top runners. That's going to damage their chances of winning here severely. Nobody's going to wait for them, of course. It's a part of trail running. You always need to pay attention to the markings, and the markings at TMBT are notoriously good. So everybody has also received the GPX file way ahead of the race. So you can study the course. But yeah, things happen. Happens to everybody. So anyway, let's see what happens when they actually get here and we get the story. I hope they get here, because obviously they must check in at this aid station, because if they don't, then I fear there will be a time penalty in place in any case, and that will push them out of contention. That's of course very obvious. So, as I was saying before they were arriving, yeah, unfortunately we had some connectivity issues, as you probably noticed at Aid Station 2 and Aid Station 3. The videos of Aid Station 2 have already been uploaded like an hour ago, so you can watch those. The passage of the runners there, including the women's top runners. And Mark is uploading right now the videos that he took at Aid Station 3, because also there at that venue there was no connectivity that warranted a live stream. We will hopefully not encounter that problem at the next aid stations, but yeah, things happen. We also had this issue at BUTM this year, surprisingly. So it's there has been a change of provider here in the area in Sabah, of main provider, and this seems to affect the connectivity in many places. So to recapitulate, we have Arni Makaneras, the 2022 champion, who arrived here first at aid station 4, ahead of Lokendra Rai from Nepal and Milton Amat, the local hero, who will see his chances grow, because Milton Amat is normally never slowing down in a race like this. So Stingray has stomach issues, is in 5th place, and he's preceded by Jeff Campbell, who is definitely not out of it and actually looked pretty confident, because he even stopped to show his bruises that he sustained during the race already. So he's not too worried about the 200 meters gap between him and the 3 leaders. So Jeff Campbell will today be his day that he finally wins the ATM championship title. There's Christian Jurgensen. So we are pretty confident now that John Reonifa was indeed correct, that the other 3 must have gotten lost, as they say. It's not really getting lost, but they missed the marker. They went off course. So Christian Jurgensen arrives here now in 6th place. Let's see what he can still do, because Christian Jurgensen, as we saw in the 9 Dragons this year, is a fighter. He's a true warrior. Let's see how he feels. 6th place, Christian. 6th place. Christian also was in Europe for half a year. He was not so happy with his result in Chamonix, and also feels like he needs a bit of a redemption for himself, at least. Christian Jurgensen was 3rd in last year's ATM Championship final. All good, Christian?
It's like I can't swallow and spit.
Stingray is 5 minutes ahead.
That's alright.
Yeah, that's what you feel. Arjun and the others, Milan, they must have taken the wrong way. That's also what John Reonifa said. I hope that they still come here. Oh yeah, you can see it on the...
Are they moving closer?
They're moving, but then the contender. They're moving away from
Oh,
the point we lost them.
But at some point they should see that there are no markings anymore, of course.
go back.
And Christian Jurgensen leaves the aid station 4. Turn right, Christian. Doesn't look overtly happy, Christian. He had a wisdom tooth removed also about 10 days ago, I believe. Of course, that all doesn't help in preparation for a competitive race like this. Christian Jurgensen, just like Jeff Campbell, has won several races in our series since, in the case of Christian, already earlier than Jeff Campbell actually. But in the conclusion, in the championship final, third place last year was his best result so far. He qualified this year by winning the 9 Dragons, and I believe he also won Landau 70, if I'm not mistaken. That was his second race and also second victory, so both races in Hong Kong. And nobody else is coming at this stage. We can wait a little bit longer perhaps. Maybe we can walk a bit towards the corner over there to have a bit of variety. Priya Rai is still leading the women's race, and ever more so. At aid station 3 she was almost a quarter of an hour, so 15 minutes ahead of Rashila Tamang, who has been moving up the leaderboard and has caught the other Nepalese woman, Pandar Kumari, of course, yeah, the 100k champion at Manjusri Trail this year. So they are together in 2 and 3. Choki Sherpa, number 4 from Nepal, is there close, is not far behind. And then we have Vanya Knops, who is dropping down the leaderboard. We also try to find out what is going on with her. She does not seem to have her best day neither. Loi Lung is together with the Korean young woman Si Ho Tiang in number of places 6 and 7, and then Akane Nimoto is also close by. They're from Japan, so these are actually expected names as well. Reglin James is coming next, the first of the Malaysian, together with Shamira Otter, and Marie-Joy Sumanda from the Philippines is having a fantastic race so far, in the top 10 and running together with Shamira and Reglin James. First of the Filipinos, Shali Yusong comes next. Julian Morales, we saw her running on the way to aid station 2, did not look very fresh, if we can say so. But that was also still early days, so let's see if Julian can move up the leaderboard as the race progresses. But for the Filipino fans, Marie-Joy Sumanda, currently the best woman in the race. Kixwello is having a good race also, we saw. He's third of the Filipino runners. And not so far behind Alessandro Sherpa and Hisashi Kitamura, who are also clearly not making up any ground. So I fear that for both of them the championship title will again not be for this year. Here we have checkpoint. We are apparently missing 2 Nepalese runners. Have you seen them by any chance?
What? You know the big number?
I think it's 75.
75 and?
And I am not sure about the next one. But you have not seen any runners missing the turnoff here?
No.
No? Okay.
For the ATM, already
Yeah.
there's 5
Yeah,
runner.
you know, but there should have been 2 more Nepalese runners at least, and they have gone missing apparently.
Yeah, last on the radio.
Yeah. Let's find out what happened. Runners then have to go down here after the aid station, on the way to aid station 5, where Mark will be picking up the live stream again. And there we see the next runner approaching. It is actually Hisashi Kitamura now. So he's holding his ground, but he's not making up any. And I do believe that the front pack is too far ahead already for Hisashi, unless he has this final kick that he claims to have for now. He's still running properly though.
Front guy is too fast.
You're about 10 minutes behind the leaders.
Just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Only fun.
No, Milton Amat. Yeah, we always try to give a little bit of information to the front runners, to all of them, because it's sometimes very difficult, of course, for them to assess where they are and how far behind or ahead they are of others. So Hisashi Kitamura, at least he's still talking. When he's really not in a good day, then he's not talking anymore at this stage. So let's see if he can have his final kick. He trained very hard for the final 10 kilometers of this race. The last 10 kilometers are gradually uphill all the way to the finish line. It's where he lost in 2019 to Milton Amat. And he's been training on the treadmill like crazy in order to do that much faster than he has ever done. But he's not going to be 10 minutes faster than Macaneiras and Milton Amat for sure. So he will need to bridge the gap to those runners before he reaches the last checkpoint and then the last 10k to the finish. But it seems to me that in any case he's not wasting any time, because he's already coming back out of the aid station. That's of course also standard Kitamura. He doesn't waste any time at aid stations, which for a competitive runner is of course also the right way to go. Hisashi Kitamura, currently in 7th place.
7th?
Yeah.
I thought many more.
Okay. He says he was just jogging so far. Interesting. So let's see what Kitamura still has in the tank in the second part of this race. Alright, and I think, well, let's maybe try and wait for Alessandro Sherpa, who apparently is suffering from blisters. He has been in contact with his support crew here at this aid station, and he wants to change shoes. So Sherpa also earlier this week said that he was going all in for this race. He has been training very well, but unfortunately, yeah, he's also just like Hisashi on the back foot here, and I don't think he will still have what it takes to bridge the gap. And here's Christine Salazar, and here we have one of the Nepalese runners, that's Ang. No, that's Furba. Hello. He's in 8th place now. He was actually a little bit behind already, so he had already dropped off the main group. So he was no longer with Arjun and with Milan and Lokendra. What I do not understand is how come that Lokendra took the right way and the other two did not. But these are the stories for after the race, I guess. So let's see if he's asking for a bandage. Maybe he had a... You okay? He's asking for some medical attention.
And my muscles is this. कतिजना बस्छ सर? This not tap?
Huh? This. You want this?
No, it's not tap.
Oh, we don't have those nothing.
Too bad we don't have.
I think he's looking for some physio tape, like the new Halle physio tape, sponsor of ATM. But he seems to be still running fine though, so hopefully it's just a minor inconvenience. He is in 8th place, so a top 10 position definitely would be good. And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, that this is now also very interesting for the team championship. So half an hour ago it looked like Nepal already had it wrapped up with 4 guys in the top 10. And the first 4 ladies in the race, even though Vanya might still be with Choki Sherpa, are all Nepalese, so that's excellent. Can hardly be any better for the team championship. But if Arjun and Milan Rai have dropped out of the race or dropped out of contention, yeah, then we are left with Lokendra and Furba Singh over there. So it creates opportunities again for Philippines with Macaneras and Onifa there. And as I mentioned before, Kiksuelo is going very well. Young Sokalia was not far behind either. So it's still not over for the team championship either. And the gaps are increasing, as you can see. So let's have a word with Christine. Christine, have you managed to have a word with Arnie?
No, because he's too serious. I don't want to break his momentum. But
Yeah, he's going very well, right?
Yes,
He
I'm
caught the
surprised.
leaders, and now I was even attacking. So
yeah, and I think the uphill route worked to his advantage because that's his strength.
exactly, yeah.
I think Team Philippines, there's still a chance for Team Philippines.
As I was just saying, because 2 Nepalese runners are currently not here.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. We have Chris Timms coming now from Singapore, still in the top 10. 9th place. So that's excellent from Chris Timms so far. So once again, excellent work, Chris. That's 9th place so far.
9.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, top 10 is podium here in the ATM final, as you many know. So top 3 is the classic podium, but we invite the best 10 runners in the men's and the women's race to the podium ceremony tomorrow morning, and they all get prizes. Chris Timms is not in a position to race very often due to his professional obligations in Singapore. It's mostly logistical issues that he always has. He can only travel late Friday night and has to be back on Sunday night. See if he can share a few words with us. Chris, how's it going?
I feel good.
All right, yeah,
I feel good. Do you know how far behind the other guys are?
behind.
Oh, in front.
Kitamura about 5 minutes in front, and Nepalese Alessandro we haven't seen yet.
Alessandro's behind me. I think he twisted his ankle.
Okay.
Oh, how far to the next water station? How far?
It's shown here somewhere. About 10 kilometers. So Chris Timms just said that Alessandro Sherpa.
All 5. Leading 5.
Yeah. That's a reroute. So that's a reroute. That's an official reroute. Between 4 and 5 there's a reroute. This is one of the 2 big reroutes. That's why it's 80 kilometers now. Yes, indeed. So people who are following the live tracking on .track Asia on the live Asia Trailmaster platform. So the GPX file, of course, is not updated here at the last minutes. As I mentioned, there was very heavy rainfall the past few days, and the course has been slightly changed here and there. So that's why on the map you can see runners, of course, or presumably, of course, but as a matter of fact, they are following the new markings that were put earlier this morning and last night. Because of the flooded rivers, some rivers cannot be crossed, some bridges cannot be crossed, and that's why you see the dots going away from the red line. So, but no need to worry per se. There is indeed, it was announced between aid station 4, so that's here, and aid station 5. There is a rather substantial reroute, and that also pushes up the total distance of this race to 80 kilometers, as I also mentioned in the beginning of this live stream. So the news was from Chris Timms that Alessandro Sherpa twisted his ankle and therefore is also struggling. So Hisashi, he looked good, right?
He's 6th.
He's 7th at the moment, yeah. but he was talking and making jokes over there. So if Hisashi doesn't feel right, then he will not be doing that anymore. So let's see if he can still do something. But the gap is at least 10 minutes.
I think
So
it's not over till it's over.
that's true. That's always true. Yeah. But I think the surprise of the day so far is Ani Macaneras. I mean, of course, we know that that he's not going to turn up here when he's not in shape, because he's won the championship already once. He can, and as a matter of fact, here's the next Filipino. It's Kiksuelo already. So he's number 10. So that's, as a matter of fact, that is great news for the team championship. Of course, it also depends on the women. And there's Priya Rai. There's the first woman. We were just talking about the women. The first woman is coming. It's Priya Rai from Nepal. So currently she's still holding on. She's a 50k specialist. Has never really done 70k in a race. Kiksuelo going very well. Top 10. And here we have Priya Rai, and I believe behind her is the next Filipino, is JV Kagatin. Also going very well then. Great job, Priya. Oh yeah. Yeah, this place here, the last years when I came here was completely dry. And now it's like a mud bath. I turn around and then we see here JV Kagatin. He's the 4th Filipino, number 11 in the race. 11th place, JV.
पानी यता त्यो म भरिदिन्छु त बाहिर उयो त यता के खाने हो
Two Filipinos, Kiksuelo and JV Kagatin, going very well. Important for the team championship, guys. You're number 10 and 11. And Priya, currently you have a good lead. Yeah.
By how many minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. How do you feel?
I'm good.
Yeah. Not too tired from the late arrival? Not too tired from the late arrival?
Not too tired. But I lost my way 2 times.
Pay attention to the markings. Yeah.
धेरै हात्तीमा पर्दैन 15 मिनेट जति पछाडि छ है
कति जति पछाडि हेर्दै?
15 मिनेट जति पछाडि छ ल ल अल द बेस्ट
Same way, Priya. Yeah.
Which way?
Yeah. There she goes. Curious if anybody will still be able to catch Priya Rai. She prepared for this race. Once she knew she was qualified and it was going to be 78, now 80k. That's a distance she's never run before. She's still very young. She's 24, if I'm not mistaken. And there is Alessandro Sherpa now. So number 12 in the men's race, but struggling, clearly. Alessandro, we heard you twisted your ankle.
Yeah, actually I have a blister, open wound. Now I change shoes.
Okay.
So this blister change all my
All your plans.
all my biomechanical running system, and I'm just in pain everywhere.
All right.
Your profile here.
Maybe I wait, Luis. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
I want my shoes. No, I need the hoka one. Thank you.
The fruit and fruit inside.
Yes. What a shit show. Seriously. I have an open wound.
But a quick question, Alessandro. Were you surprised by the pace set from the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are going fast. I don't know what's going on in front, but
It's Ani Macaneras leading.
oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was even more surprised from the first ladies.
Yeah. Priya Rai. Yeah.
From where?
Nepal.
she's also aggressive. Like, I want to go. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
She has the right
Spirit. Yeah.
spirit. Yes, correct.
Okay. All the best for the rest of the race, Alessandro.
Thank you.
In the meantime, Nguyen Siu also came into the aid station here, the first runner from Vietnam. So he leaves the aid station in what is now 12th place. So Sherpa is still there. So Nguyen Siu running in 12th place. And he is a runner who could still make the top 10 for sure. And I believe there we have now finally the two Nepalese runners who clearly have missed the marking sign, Arjun and Milan Rai. So they are just outside the top 10. So they're now in, well, when they reach the aid station, when they reach Sherpa, they will be 14 and 15. So they're still in top 15 and they still have the skills and the pace, of course, to still make it in the top 10. Okay. All right, and after this duo, Arjun and Milan, they're taking the water from the wrong tank.
पानी त छ नि त त्यो पानी
अनि यो हालिदिनु तातो भइस
यो चेन्ज गर्ने
कति किलोमिटर टाढा छन्
तिम्रो त अहिले 15 मिनेट जति पछाडि पर्यो
So these two were together in the front group with the others, and you can see still in a Arjun took the wrong way.
कति जना गयो
I think Arjun is still going to try and make his way in the top 10. He is a fantastic ultra runner. His best results so far have been on the longer distances, I believe. It's great to see him here in TMBT in Malaysia. He qualified for the final by doing both races in Nepal. So it's great to see him. And he was really in the mix earlier on for the victory, but yeah, he's now in 14th, 15th place while he left the station in 13th place. It's going to be very hard for Arjun to still get in the top 3, but top 10 is definitely still a possibility. And that will put him on the podium. And once again, it's important also for the team championship. Team championship is based on the results of the best 3 men and the best 3 women of each team. And here's Milan Rai also now leaving aid station 4. And we need to move to the next aid station, and I think also Mark is waiting to start streaming from aid station 5 very soon. So we're going to close this broadcast. For the followers of the women's race, I can assure you that we will be showing you a lot of footage from aid station 6, because I personally will be staying put there. Aid station 6 is the same venue as the race finish, so I will not be moving away from there anymore once I reach that spot. With that being said, here we have Shamira Otter's father also supporting his daughter. She's going very well. She's running together with Regine James and Mary Joy Samantha at the moment. Also for Shamira, it's the first time she's doing a long ultra of 80 kilometers. With that being said, I closed this live stream, and yeah, let's wait for Mark to start his